Welcome back, everybody. Dark Spider here with another episode for Farming Simulator 22. Today, we're going to talk about mining maps. I'm hearing a lot of people asking, what's the best map for mining? What's the best map for logging? Is there one best? I don't think there would be. I think it just depends on the person. There are some very popular logging and mining maps out there that we're going to talk about today. I don't have the space to download all of them, and we can go and actually look into each one of them. But I did do some research. I was trying to find some very obscure ones. It looks like most of those obscure, really cool maps are PC only, which is okay. We've got some really good maps that modders have made for us that are good for console. I mean, Deadwood, for example. We'll go into maps here, and we'll just do a search. If you look at Deadwood, let's type in Dead. Deadwood is a really good map for logging, mining, and you can also do some farming. If you watch the videos, I'm getting ready to do day 7. We're trying to do a Deadwood takeover, and we're going to do cattle, mining, logging, and just a little bit of farming to keep the cattle going, because you got to have silage, hay, and straw. But it's mainly I wanted to do the mining and the logging aspect, because up in the right hand corner is that endless stone tower, which works out perfect for you if you have a lime factory, because then you get free stones. You got to buy the land, of course, but the land's not really that expensive. And I mean, I would say that your first million in stone that you get out of there is going to pay for that land, for the most part. Let's say 2 million, okay? 2 million, and there's a lot of stone in there. I mean, it's, I don't know, I think they have a picture of it. It's a pretty deep stone mine that they have on this map. That doesn't even show you how deep it is. That's just showing you the entrance. It's very, very, very deep. I don't know how many millions of liters of stone that could be in there. And there's a rock crusher right down the road from there that you can purchase. It's a little expensive, $500,000, but you could purchase it if you wanted to. Or put in your own, But Deadwood, the thing to remember about Deadwood is that when you download it, you get 2 maps. You're going to get one that's for all 3, for farming, cattle. I said 3, but, farming, cattle, logging, and mining. Now, the other map, there's no farming on it whatsoever. It is strictly just going to be the logging aspect of it. But it's cool that you get 2 different maps, right? And it's not even really that big of a download at 603. So Deadwood is a really good map if you want to just try to start out. But it's got a lot of mods just for Deadwood. Honorable mention would be their 5,000 cow barn. It's huge. Okay. And so far, I've only gotten 4 on the map, but it hasn't told me I couldn't put anything else. So, I mean, that's 20,000 cattle on one map. So Deadwood is a really good map for all 3. So if you haven't checked it out, check it out. As a matter of fact, while we're here, let's give them a nice rating of 5 stars. There we go. Don't forget to rate these modders. If it wasn't for the modders, we wouldn't have anything extra for this game, any extra maps other than base game maps. Base game maps are not that bad, but let's just be real about it. Look at Deadwood. It's a pretty awesome map. So, kudos to those guys, right? Like I said, I tried to look up some other ones. Like I found one called Yukon Valley. It's got a coal mine, limestone mine, but it looks like it's only for PC. I couldn't find it on console. There were several like that, like Elk Mountain, Western Dakota mining. Those look like some really interesting maps that I'd like to see get onto Farming Simulator. If not this one, maybe save it for 25. But the one thing I wanted to mention is that just about every map that you get on has some sort of logging that you can do. So another one that I did find was Rogue River, I think it's called. I think it's mainly just logging, though. I didn't really see anything about mining. So this is going to be it's got a little bit of farming on it, but obviously it's got a ton of logging on it, as you can clearly see. So it looks really interesting. I'm not sure what those are. It doesn't really specify, but it looks like a very interesting map. Also, not very big download, 279. It says soybean, straw, compost, coal, gravel, and many more fill types. So something to look at if you're just looking for something different. I haven't downloaded this map, so I can't rate them. Another good one that I found that looks to be pretty good to me for this would be Evergreen Valley. Evergreen Valley, let's see, it says to the south, the topography smooths out to give way to vast expanses of fertile land. In this region, agriculture is the predominant activity. It stands out of place, nature. There it is, a harshness of mining and the beauty of infertility of agricultural land. So this one looks like it up in the right-hand corner. It looks like it has a big, though there's a left and a right there. That looks like what, coal mining on the right. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. So, this has all, yeah, there, look at this. I'd like to get into this map and check it out myself. I really would. It's a big download, so I'd have to delete some stuff. Because like only one of my modded maps that I have is like 900 megabytes, so that's just one. So Evergreen Valley looks like another really good mining and logging map that you could check out. It's very interesting looking to me, so give that one a look at. There's a few more. Everybody, I think, pretty much knows about Piney Run. It's definitely a nice logging map. Looks like there is a rock quarry up there in the right-hand corner. Yeah, there it is. And that looks huge to me. I don't think you're ever going to be needing any stones anytime soon. So, and, making lime is a good income. It really is. It's not the most expensive product in the world, but if you're just pumping out a continuous flow of lime, you got it for your farm and you got it for sale. So, just saying. Plus whatever else you get out of the rocks. I don't know exactly what all the rock crushers are giving. I know like they have that universal crusher that you can download. It's a mod where you put rocks in and it puts back out like a couple different types of sand and all kinds of things. So it really just depends on what the map is going to give you. So that's Piney Run. Now another one that I haven't really got into much is Black River. Black River is a nice map. Okay, it is definitely for logging and farming. I mean that map's huge. Yeah, there's the mine right there underneath the river on the left. I've kind of poked around a little bit on this map, but I haven't really done a lot. The stone quarry is not as large as other maps, but either way, it still gives you the stone. This is a big map. It's a decent download at 773 megabytes. So give it a look. It's a good map. I actually have this downloaded on my PlayStation. We already talked about Deadwood, so we're not going to go back to that one. A few other ones that I looked for was called The Valley, which isn't on here. The Old Farm. It was hard because there were so many maps called like The Valley, the Old Farm, the Old Stream Farm. Then there's the Old Stream Farm expansion, which I wanted to talk about. We go back. We're just going to type in I think, and it'll come up. Okay, we'll go back and type in the whole thing. The Old. Let's do that. All right, so there it is. Old Stream Farm, the old farm countryside, the Old Stream Farm expansion, and the Valley of the Old Farm. Now this one looks to me like a pretty good sized map. 135 arable or meadow fields, 11 forest plots, 4 buildings, 3 farms, 1 dealership, 4 production, 1 livestock, so forth, so forth. Um, I thought this one had both, but it's definitely for logging for sure. Um, as you can plainly see, there's plenty of trees around. This is a pretty good, just honorable mention for, the things that you want to do. It's a big map, and it's not a very big download either. So it was very tough to come across any that just had mining on them, more so than just all three. This is a really big map. I wouldn't mind doing this one because I like to create just huge farms with big fields, and I'm talking about fields that are going to give me more than 400,000 liters per field is what I like to do. So most of those fields I'd probably combine into one. Take 3, 4. Like I have a map that I've combined. I think it was 10 fields, and it's into one field. I mean, it's over almost 2 million liters of straw. I think the wheat harvest on that one was like 600,000 liters. It was huge. So I always do these huge farms. And I do logging, I do mining, so forth, so forth. I like to just do a general, look at everything. The problem is you can't search the maps by going, let me just type in mining. Nothing comes up really. I mean, you can try it. Sorry, I keep hitting the button. Like if I type in mining, you get nothing. So, one more that I found, and I've heard a couple people talk about it, is Mars. The Mars mission one. I considered it, but it's a little small for me. It says 12 farmlands, 22 fields. It does have mining on it. You're not going to do any logging on Mars, I don't think. It doesn't seem. It looks like they got some trees back there that you probably grow inside. It looks like maybe, but this is definitely mining. But I still think probably your most solid maps for mining are probably going to be Blackwater, Deadwood, Piney Run, that we can get on console. I really Evergreen Valley was one that we talked about. I think would be a really good one. But there you guys have it. That's an insight into, what mining maps I could find. Let me know in the comments if there's any that I missed. If you know of a good map for mining, let me know, because I'm on the look for more maps that are mining and logging. So let me know in the comments. And guys, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notifications button. We're on our road to 1,000 subscribers, and I need your help. You're the only ones that can do it. Again, as always, I appreciate you watching. And until we meet again.